everybody, my name is Jayleen Medina, and this video is going to be about exercise progression. The progression will be starting from level 1, which will be the easiest lift or exercises, to level 6 will be the hardest, the challenging exercises they ever done. And the exercise that I will be using will be overhead press. So simple like this, for people who do not know. Alright, let's get started. So for level 1, we will be focusing on muscular isolation, and we're training the client to contract different muscular groups. For level 1, clients could either be beginners who have no history in exercising, people who are a little too old to be lifting dumbbells or wrist resistance bands, or people who had surgery and they are unable to lift weights. So for level 1, we'll be in a supine position. And that's just pretty much we're laying down. And we're going to be looking up. So for this, we are going to have the knees bent like this, and we're going to make sure the back is not arched. We're pretty much how to not make the back not arch is pretty much having the pelvis go up while the back goes down. So we're going to go like this. Again, we'll go like this. And we're going to have either the scapula or the shoulder blades down to the earth. We're going to have our shoulders like a little up, not like this, like this. And then we're going to look up. The resistance will be gravity because we don't have weights. It's still going to be a little challenging for these people. So we're going to go up, and down, up, and down. And make sure the clients are breathing. So we're going to go up and breathe out. Alrighty. That is level 1. So now we're going to level 2. Level 2 is pretty much just increasing external resistance. What I mean by that, even though we're working with gravity still, and we're still going to be in the supine position. So level 1 is pretty much we're still in the supine position. However, we'll be adding weights now. Dumbbells is a great one, and you want to have the dumbbells like, for example, I have 2 pounds right here for level 1 people, because you can't give them a 10-pounder and then they can't lift it. So start like 2 pounds, or maybe like a 3.5 or 3 pounds even, or like a 2.5 plate if it's available. If dumbbells are not available, a resistance band also works fine as well. So still in the supine position, make sure the back is not arched and pelvis is up like this, making sure the shoulder blades are down to the earth, making sure the shoulders are a little up to the ground, and make sure that the client is looking up, and you're going to go 1, and down. And this is going to be a little bit harder for people who've done level 1. So, if they only can do 5, that is fine. Because they're at least doing a lot more resistance than they did from level 1. It's like a big jump for them, you can say. Alright. That is level 2. So now we'll be going to level 3. Level 3 is pretty much changing the positioning. So instead of going supine and laying down, we are now going to be sitting in the chair. A chair like this is totally fine. Maybe like a low table, or a box, like a box jump is totally fine too, or like a bench press as well. So now will be pretty much the reason why we're standing up is that because now we're engaging the core and the gravity is now increasing. So the resistance is now increasing. We're still going to be using weights. If the client wants to increase weight, that is totally fine. But recommended, staying the same weight, like a 2-pounder or a resistance band is totally good. So making sure the back is straight. We're not going to be like hunched over or be like this and doing this. We're going to have the back straight. Make sure the feet are on the ground, and then also your gluteals could be on the edge of the seat or it can be on the base, but we do not want it to be like hunched over. So we have the back straight, chest up, and then we're going to go here. Make sure that elbows are on a 90-degree angle, and we're going to go up and down, up and down. This is going to be a lot harder for people who went from level 2 to level 3. Not recommending level 1 people to go to level 3 right away, because they going from a supine and already going to standing is probably going to increase injury, and we just do not want that. and making sure they look up. So I'm going to do this from a lateral position or the side. Go from here, make sure the back is straight. Go from here, look straight. And the core is now more engaged too. All right, that is level 3. Now we're going to go into level 4. So now we're going to level 4. Level 4 is now we're going to be adding more resistance to the exercise. So we're not going to go from 2 pounds. You're going to increase the weight now. For example, I have 5 pounds right here. Or if you want to go more, that is totally up to you. And now instead of going from sitting position, we're going from standing position. And this is pretty much like a regular overhead press for people who are used to this. And now we're going to be increasing the overload too. The core is now going to be more engaged because the legs are also like standing up, and gravity is pretty much at its max at this time. So pretty much like a regular overhead press, we're going to make sure that our elbows are 90 degrees as always, looking straight, and make sure they're not looking up too. And pretty much they're breathing on this. So go up and go down. Up and down. The reps could be from 8 reps to 10 reps, but if they only can do 5, that is totally okay. And like I said before, if dumbbells is not an option, totally resistance bands can work. All right, let's go into level 5. So now we're going to level 5. Level 5 is pretty much, we're now including different muscular groups. So for this one, I'm going to have 2 exercises for this. One will be pretty much an upper body exercise with different like muscle groups. The other one will be lower body with an upper body overhead press. So you either can increase the weight if you want to. Right now I still have 5 pounds with me right now. So for the first one, we're going to do a bicep curl overhead press. So I'm going to do like a diagonal so people can see. We're going to go from here and go down. We're still working on the upper body, but we're also having the bicep involved with this and the shoulder blades as well. All right, now we're going to do the lower body one. So now we are going to do including a squat with overhead press. So pretend if you have like a barbell, like for people who do like regular back squats, it's pretty much like the same thing but with overhead press. So we're going to go from here, a squat, and up, here, this is going to be a lot more challenging for people who never done this before. And if the level 4 people want a new challenge, this is a perfect opportunity for them to do this as well. And like I said before, the weight can increase if they want to, or a resistance band is totally fine as well. So now we're going to the last level of the progression. All right, last exercise, last progression will be level 6. Level 6 is going to be like a really challenging exercise. And this pretty much is going to be either adding balance, adding more resistance, or increasing the speed of this exercise. Be aware though, or caution, that level 6, there could be an injury involved with this. So do not let someone going from level 3 or 4 to go jump right ahead to level 6. Is like not recommended for people who done level 5 progression. They can try to do level 6, but be like a little slow with these. So for this level 6 exercise one, I am still going to use 5 pounds for this. However, I am going to be adding balance to this. For what I mean by that, I'm going to change the camera so everyone can see what I'm going to be doing. So for the balance, I am going to be doing an RDL with overhead press. This will be including my balance with this. So I'm going to start with here. I'm going to start with my left leg. You're going to go from here, go down, and go up. Here you go. Go here. Like this will be engaging more of your core, and overall is also increased as well. Hitting also very different muscle groups as well. Also, if you cannot go from like standing or like going like a continuous path, you can watch my feet here. You can either do this, like going from here. You can stop right here and do an overhead press, and then go back to here and do an RDL as well. Because I can understand people who don't have a really good balance yet. They can be like wobbly, and that's not the point of the exercise. So going back up, we're gonna go from here, and then going here, and here. This is really working my gluteals, hamstrings, my shoulder blades. It's working a lot in my core as well. This is a lot. So, like I said before, be advised and be cautioned about level 6. If level 5 is going to be your max, that is totally okay. Level 4 can be your max. Alrighty, this is now the end of the video. I do appreciate you watching the whole thing. So going to a little quick recap, level 1 is pretty much a beginner easy lift, which will be isolating muscular. And we are going to train the client to work on contract different muscle groups. Level 2 is pretty much almost the same thing, but now we're going to be increasing the weight. And level 1 and level 2 will also be in the supine position, laying down on our back. Level 3 is now going to be engaging the core now, so we'll be going from in the supine laying position to a now sitting position, and the gravity is going to be more increased with either a resistance band or dumbbells. Going from level 4, going from sitting position to a standing position, which the gravity is now pretty much as it's maximized, increasing the overload and engaging more of the core. Level 5 is also going to be increasing weight. But we're also adding different muscular groups, which will either be a bicep curl overhead press, or it'll be a squat overhead press. Level 6 is going to be the most challenging exercise that pretty much somebody can do. And also this level 6 exercise could be a very challenging, and there could be a risk of injury. So be advised. This can either increase with resistance, increase speed, or adding balance to this workout. So thank you so much for watching my video. I hope this is very educational, and thank you so much. Bye-bye.